Hello, Matthew Armstrong here.
I'm Victoria Whitehead.
Today is the third day since we have broken our juice feast, and all is going well, very well actually. Yeah, it's been great just to eat some solid food, and you know, having the prunes and everything, they were just fantastic. They just gave us an extra sort of energy boost as well. And I think it's like being on the juice feast is kind of like it's like a training you do for life. I remember years ago when I was training, doing a lot of training myself. I remember I saw Linford Christie do it. Linford Christie was a 100-meter track runner, and I saw him use a tire, and he'd tie that around a strap around his waist, and he'd run with it, and that created like a resistance. And so then eventually when he took the tire off, he suddenly just sprinted ahead. So I remember doing a similar sort of training. I'd put the tire on and put a belt round, a big thick belt, and I'd actually just run through the fields with this tire bouncing behind me. And what that did was I'd do that for a while, and then I'd take it off, and then I'd run without it, and everything just feels so much easier. You feel lighter, and you feel like you can run faster and run further. And you know, it's kind of, that's how I felt looking back at the juice feast. How it's kind of been was it's not easy. There are days when you've got loads of energy, you have moments of clarity and things like that. But generally, if I look back and just contemplating all of it, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like you put a tire on you and you're training. You know, so however long you're willing to go for, if you're willing to go for 21 days, 60 days, 100 days, whatever it is, to do that training, then that will just propel you forward in life, and more so than you would have done without it. So it's an extra thing, purposely putting that sort of resistance there to make you break through to another level. And that's really what you do. You know, you break through to another level from doing that. And I believe that tire running analogy kind of fits perfect. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable how much energy we had today. We did so much cleaning. We cleaned all around the pool, we cleaned all the house. We just had this burst of need to clean everything, and we just had so much energy, and we just went at it. And yeah, it was great how much energy we had. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even as if we ate that much actually, but just, I guess, every little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so check out what we got today to eat. So I decided to make a big salad today, because I was going to make mango and tomato, and then blend up some mango and tomato together, and then cut up the mango and tomato, put it together, and eat that on the day 3. But couldn't find any ripe mangoes anywhere, so I'm gonna have a salad instead. This is good for sweeping through the bowels. So not my regular. I usually have a much bigger salad than this, but just ease in gently. Got some mixed salad in here. Put a lot of rocket on top. I found it recently. It's in the US called arugula. A lot of arugula on top, and carrot, celery, some tomatoes, and this will be my first bit of fat in a while. Avocado and some soaked walnuts. Soaked walnuts. And what we got here is what I'm going to use as a dressing. Is Victoria made this, and Victoria, you're going to say what's in that.
It's a sun-dried tomato pesto with sun-dried tomatoes and some kombucha, and what else? Some salt and pepper, and a couple of walnuts.
And a bit of garlic.
And a bit of garlic.
And a bit of garlic, yeah.
Don't usually take... lots of basil.
Lots of basil, yeah, and all blended up, and soaked and blended up. I don't usually take alliums, but take it a little bit, yeah. Okay, so what I usually do with the carrot is cut the end off, because especially if it's not organic, you can get residue of pesticides in the top of that. So you want to just cut that off, and then what I like to do is grate the carrot into it. I think grated carrot is just so much better than non-grated carrot. Okay, I'm going to put the celery in now. I always take the leaves off. Well, generally they're a bit strong, the leaves. Sometimes I put the leaves into smoothies, but they're not good to have too many. Not good to have too many of the leaves.
Because of the alkaloids.
The alkaloids, that's right.
Yeah.
And then we cut this up nice and fine. Put all that in there. And then the tomatoes. Tops off. All this is pre-washed, by the way. So this might be a bit much for some people on day 3 after a long juice feast. But my digestive system is particularly good, and one of the reasons that is because I pre-digest everything before I swallow it. Make sure that everything is completely to mush and water before I swallow it. So that's why having this on day 3 post juice feast it's okay. I can do it no problem. And Victoria doesn't eat salads like this so much. So what she did was soak some sea vegetables. What do you call them, Tori?
Sea spaghetti.
Sea spaghetti, which is highly nutritious, very high in minerals. Soak some of that. It's raw over the night, and then we actually both had a little bit of that today with that over the top, and that was really good. Gave us tons of energy, and you really feel the goodness in it going into your system, and makes your lips softer and everything. And the avocado. That's good. It's great when you open it up and it's just nice and green. There's no little black bits through it or anything. Just like to peel it. Make sure you get it all. Cut that little end off. Sometimes you get like a little bit of mold in the end there, so I like to cut that off. And then quite small. Just have half the avocado. It's quite a big avocado. Like I said, we're still having all our juices as well, just not as big quantities. And then what I got here is I soaked some walnuts for about 6 hours today, so they're really soaked there. You know, you don't want to be eating nuts, especially dried nuts. You want to be able to soak all your nuts to activate the enzymes in them and make them so they're not dormant anymore. I'm going to crunch them up. When they're soaked, they'll crunch up nice and easy. The salad. And then finally, I'm going to mix this up a bit. Let's put a bit of this on as well. And that's it. Voila! That's my salad for today. So as well as that salad, we also had our juices as well, just not at the same quantities. We're maybe having about half of what we were having through the juice feast. So maybe having 2 litres now of juice a day instead of 4 litres or 5 litres or something. So when you break the juice feast, you keep on drinking your juice while introducing the fruits and then the salads, and then you know, if you got it, the sea spaghetti, yeah, got to recommend that. It's really good. Okay, that's us for today. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow. My name is Matthew Armstrong.
And I'm Victoria Whitehead.
Take care.